Claude 4 versus ChatGPT 5, the ultimate AI showdown of 2026. If you are trying to decide which AI assistant deserves your time and money, this video will give you the definitive answer. Both models have made massive leaps forward this year, and the gap between them is smaller than ever. But small differences can have a big impact on your daily workflow. In this video, we are going to compare them across 6 critical categories: reasoning and intelligence, coding and development, creative writing, speed and pricing, real-world use cases, and privacy and safety. By the end, you will know exactly which AI is the right fit for you. Let us dive in. Let us start with the most important category: raw reasoning power. Claude 4, powered by Anthropic's latest architecture, excels at nuanced, step-by-step logical analysis. It breaks down complex problems into clear substeps and shows its work in a way that is easy to follow and verify. It handles multi-hop reasoning, mathematical proofs, and logical puzzles with impressive consistency. ChatGPT 5, built on OpenDay's GPT-5 foundation, takes a different approach. It leverages a massive knowledge base and a broader training dataset, which gives it an edge in factual recall and breadth of knowledge. When you ask about obscure historical events or niche scientific topics, ChatGPT 5 often retrieves more detailed answers. However, in structured reasoning benchmarks, Claude 4 slightly outperforms ChatGPT 5 by about 3 to 5%. The verdict: Claude 4 wins on depth of reasoning. ChatGPT 5 wins on breadth of knowledge. For developers, this category is everything. Claude 4 has become the go-to AI for serious software engineering. Its code generation is remarkably clean, well-structured, and follows best practices by default. It handles complex refactoring tasks, writes comprehensive test suites, and can work across multiple files in a project while maintaining consistency. Developers consistently report that Claude 4's code needs fewer revisions after generation. ChatGPT 5 is also a strong coder, especially for quick scripts, web development, and data analysis tasks. Its larger training data means it knows more frameworks and libraries, and it can generate boilerplate code faster. But when it comes to large-scale architecture decisions and complex debugging, Claude 4 holds the advantage in benchmark tests on real-world GitHub issues. Claude 4 resolves about 62% of issues on the first attempt, compared to ChatGPT 5's 57%. The verdict: Claude 4 wins for professional software development. ChatGPT 5 wins for quick scripts and framework breadth. Now let us talk about creative writing, which is where personal preference really matters. Claude 4 writes with a distinctive voice that feels thoughtful and measured. Its prose is clean and well organized, with strong paragraph structure and natural transitions. It excels at long-form content, like blog posts, technical articles, and business reports. If you need writing that sounds professional and polished without heavy editing, Claude 4 delivers consistently. ChatGPT 5, on the other hand, is more versatile in tone and style. It can switch from casual and conversational to formal and academic with ease. It is better at creative fiction, dialogue, and content that needs personality and flair. Marketing copy, social media posts, and storytelling are areas where ChatGPT 5 shines. The trade-off is that ChatGPT 5 sometimes overrides or adds unnecessary embellishments, while Claude 4 stays concise. The verdict? Claude 4, Claude 4 stays concise. The verdict? Claude Harwer. ChatGPT 5 wins for creative and marketing. Content, speed, and pricing can make or break your choice, especially if you use AI daily. Claude 4 responds in about 2 to 3 seconds for standard prompts and 4 to 6 seconds for standard prompts and 4 to 6 seconds for complex reasoning tasks. Its API pricing sits at $15 per million input tokens and $75 per million output tokens. ChatGPT 5 is slightly faster on average, responding in 1.5 to 2.5 seconds for standard prompts. However, its complex reasoning mode can take 5 to 8 seconds, slightly slower than Claude 4 on difficult problems. ChatGPT 5's API pricing is $12 per million input tokens and $60 per million output tokens, making it roughly 20% cheaper for ChatGPT Plus subscribers at $20 per. Once you get generous usage limits with GPT negative 5 access. Claude Pro at the same price offers comparable limits but slightly lower monthly message caps on the highest tier model. The verdict: ChatGPT 5 wins on speed and pricing. Claude 4 wins on complex reasoning speed. Let us get practical. How do these AIs perform in real-world scenarios? For research and analysis, Claude 4 is outstanding. It reads long documents carefully, produces accurate summaries, and identifies subtle connections between ideas that other models miss. If you are a researcher analyst or a knowledge worker, Claude 4 will feel like a trusted colleague. For everyday tasks and general assistance, ChatGPT 5 is hard to beat. It handles email drafting, scheduling suggestions, recipe recommendations, travel planning, and casual questions with remarkable competence. Its broader knowledge base means it rarely says it does not know something. For education and tutoring, both are excellent, but in different ways. Claude 4 is the better patient tutor who explains concepts step by step without rushing. ChatGPT 5 is the more engaging tutor who uses analogies, examples, and sometimes interactive problem sets to keep students interested. The verdict: Claude 4. For deep analytical work, ChatGPT 5 for everyday versatility. Privacy is increasingly important, and this is where Anthropic and OpenAI take very different approaches. Anthropic built Claude 4 with safety as a core design principle. They do not use your conversations to train their models by default, and their data retention policy is among the most transparent in the industry. Enterprise users get clear guarantees about data isolation and confidentiality. CL4 is also designed to be more cautious, which means it refuses potentially harmful requests more often but also produces fewer problematic outputs. ChatGPT fewer problematic outputs. ChatGPT 5 benefits from OpenAI's massive infrastructure investment in security, but they do offer an opt-out for training data usage, and enterprise customers get strong data protections. However, casual users should be aware that conversations may be used for model improvement unless explicitly disabled. ChatGPT-5 is less restrictive in what it will generate, which is great for creative freedom, but requires more user responsibility. The verdict, Claude 4 wins on privacy and safety. ChatGPT 5 wins on creative freedom and flexibility. The ecosystem around each AI matters just as much as the AI itself. ChatGPT 5 has the clear advantage here. OpenAI has built an extensive ecosystem that includes plugins, custom GPTs, the GPT store, image generation with DALL-E web browsing, code execution, and file analysis. The ChatGPT mobile app is polished and works seamlessly across devices. First-party integrations are everywhere, from Microsoft Copilot to countless Zapier workflows. Claude 4's ecosystem is growing, but still smaller. Anthropic offers a clean web interface, a solid API, and integrations with popular tools like Slack, Notion, and Linear. The Claude mobile app is functional but less feature-rich than ChatGPT as. However, Claude 4 integrates deeply with Amazon Bedrock and Google Cloud Vertex AI, which is a significant advantage for enterprise deployments on those platforms for most individual users. ChatGPT 5 ecosystem is more convenient. For enterprises already on AWS or Google Cloud, Claude 4 might integrate more naturally. The verdict, ChatGPT 5 wins on ecosystem breadth. Claude 4 wins for enterprise cloud integration. Time for the final scorecard. Here is how the points break down across all categories: reasoning and intelligence. Claude 4 takes it 9 to 8. Coding and development. Claude 4 again, 9 to 7. Creative writing. ChatGPT 5 edges ahead, 8 to 7. Speed and pricing. ChatGPT 5 wins, 8 to 7. Real-world use cases. This one is a tie at 8 each, since they excel in different areas. Privacy and safety, CL4, clearly wins, 9 to 6. Integrations and ecosystem, ChatGPT 5 wins, 9 to 6. Adding it all up, Claude 4 scores 57 total points and ChatGPT 5 scores 54. That is a close 3-point difference, reflecting how competitive these two owls have become. But remember, the right choice depends entirely on your specific needs. If you are a developer, researcher, or privacy-conscious user, Claude 4 is your best bet. If you want the most versatile, fastest, and most connected AI for everyday use, ChatGPT 5 is the way to go. So which one should you choose? Here is my honest recommendation. If you can afford it, use both. Each AI has distinct strengths that complement the other beautifully. Use Claude 4 when you need deep reasoning, clean code, careful analysis, or sensitive document processing. Use ChatGPT 5 when you need speed, creative flair, broad knowledge, or ecosystem integrations. Together, they cover virtually every use case you could have. But if you must pick just one, here is the decision framework. Choose Claude 4 if your work involves coding, research, legal analysis, or any field where accuracy and careful reasoning matter most. Choose ChatGPT 5 if you want an all-purpose assistant that handles the widest variety of tasks with the best ecosystem support. Both are extraordinary tools that represent the best of what AI can do in 2026. You cannot go wrong with either one. If this comparison helped you decide, subscribe to Patapo AI for more honest AI, tool reviews, and comparisons. See you in the next video.